so we are going to be starting Rising Rhythm. We've been talking about the 3 families of instruments in our band right now. So we're going to focus right now on our woodwind players. Now, everybody in the first instruments, or make the sounds, excuse me, not make their instruments. But woodwind, probably wondering why are these metal instruments called woodwind, right? Right? These are flutes that, well, in years past, way long time ago. Somebody can remember what was one of our other substances that were used to make a flute? Bone. Oh yeah, they're like, gross. All right, so flutes can sit down for a second. Then we've got our reed instruments. We're going to start with our clarinets. Now, obviously, they don't look like a little piece. It's made out of cane, but it's like a wooden substance. And that's what they use to make the bow. Here is a double reed instrument, and it's very, very delicate. So I say they're golden. You make sure you take good care of them, right? All right, you may have a seat. Alto saxophones. You're the same thing. They look like metal, but they are a reed. Grayson, come up here for just a second. Come on out here. Bring your saxophone over here. Look at the size of that. This one is obviously bigger, so it plays lower. It is called a tenor saxophone, and this is an alto saxophone. There's a whole bunch of other saxophones in the family, but we don't play. What we are going to be playing is Stepping Stone. So that first song notes a little bit more, so they had to move their fingerings. Now, the next our next family that we have are our player instrument. I'm sure you've seen it and heard it at home, but they have to buzz their lips, okay? And when I introduce the instrument, I always say, you finally get to do something in school that's gross, that we actually have to go like that. And they get a good kick out of it. So, but that ugly sound, play the instrument, they play higher sounds. French horns are circular instruments. They have a really nice mellow sound. I'm gonna have you sit down and trumpets sit down. In the back, we have trombones. Instrument, now I'm gonna do this for the sides so we don't whap anybody's head. Raphael, come over here. Yeah, and when they play that, sometimes they get to go, whoa. It's a cool sound. And we're going to experiment with that more in the youth as it comes. Thank you, Raphael. All right, trombones, raise your hand, baritones. All right, they're kind of what we call a bass.
The lowest sounds in the band.
And I would say the baritones are about half the weight of the other ones. So, but don't fear, they're not working too hard because they place their tubas on a nice little standing back there, right? He's really breaking a sweat, doesn't he? Right? Yeah. All right, you may have a seat. Our last section that we are going to show you today is our percussion section. And speaking about the percussion section, the reason I'm talking between each song is they have to move between instruments today, right? You'd like to have me, distract your parents from watching you? Right? Yeah. Okay. Struck or shaken to make the sound. So can I please have somebody demonstrate the snare drum for me? Awesome. Hit it a couple times hard. See how loud? There you go. Bells, they're just like the piano. Try to give a couple more notes. Be brave. And then we've got a cymbal back there. A little harder. There we go. And, can you play the claves there for me, man? Yes, and then we've got maracas, we've got a whole bunch of different instruments like tambourine. Great. All right, so our next song is called In a Minor Mood. We talked in class about certain songs being happy. This is called In a Minor Mood, so it's going to be kind of a moody song, but it serves its purpose. That was a little bit more difficult. Next up, we are going to be playing a song where we have different levels of sound, and that's that the word solo means to play by yourself. The word soli means to play as a small group. So this one is supposed to be solo and tutti. However, with this big of a room, I was kind of concerned about, if one person played, you might not hear that. All right. This next song is the song, play it more than once, and I know I wrote down Merrily We. There we go. All right. Most of the time, song that having children play and doing a circle. So one talks about soli versus two. going to be a duet, meaning two people or two sections playing. So I've split the band in half. Two pieces of the evening will both be based on the Christmas season. And basically, it's a song about a bohemian man, which would now be Czech systems. And our final piece for the evening, Jingle Bells, obviously. To give a little history of that, I just want to let you know that Jingle Bells was originally written in 1850, so we were talking, but it was not published until 1857 and with a different title. It was called The One-Horse Open Sleigh. When it got changed to Jingle Bells, I don't know. Everyone, if they wish to stay for the high school concert beginning at 7 o'clock tonight. Thank you so much. We've enjoyed performing for you, and just love having these kids. They do a great job. I did tell them after tonight, all the instruments this morning that if they were too big for the bus. So they all go home, and make sure you take your music, and I believe that's it. Thank you so much again for coming.